point in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Going with the ground game left. Stopped in the backfield, and the defense comes out sending a message.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head.
Turning it on! Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And I love the idea of getting his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Gators are on the move. He'll keep it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking to pass. It's Knight. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Jackson. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. A designed run for the quarterback. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Henderson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ole Miss. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
He gets a block. Oh, what vision. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got his man. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Jones wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got his 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback keeps it. Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bentley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll go with a direct snap. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and long. Jones to throw. Right on the money. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Got room at the 35. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to seal the edge on the right. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you...
Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the route is on.
Well, this is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll go to the ground. Running into the open space. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Fights off a defender. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a guy at running back who can make plays taking handoffs and also catching the ball. They're trying to get him involved there on the swing pass, but the defense able to make the stop.
The toss to the outside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going back.
Going deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Touchdown, Rebels! Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try the run. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. And they can't make the connection.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Bentley. Look out, he's got room. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bentley. Powers through the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On the snap, it's Vasquez. Oh, he's got a chance. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Gators are rolling down the field. Jones to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting a hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
They're dealing with a second and long. Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Rebels come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick release by the QB. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to throw it again. Running to Green.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Knight. Quickly complete. Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Line gets set, first down. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Quarterback takes a knee.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a